What's happening here now is rich developed countries, not just the United States, but Australia, Canada, backed by the European Union, not only don't want to cut their own emissions, not only don't want to provide finance that they promise, not only don't want to help the most impacted people, but now want to get out of jail card. And this is what Article 6, the carbon markets are. Because what it basically says is, I won't have to cut my emissions, but I can pay somebody else and you cut your emissions, and I will count it as if I cut my emissions, as if there is a never-ending magic box of carbon pollution that we're allowed to do. It's not possible. If a country like, for example, the United Kingdom or the United States, their fair share of effort would be at something like -200 by 2030. There is simply no carbon that you can use for an offset. And that's taken away the issue around the environmental integrity. Because 10 years ago, we had an argument in these very negotiations about carbon markets, and developing countries and civil society absolutely rejected them. They said they do not deliver emissions reductions. They lead to huge human rights violations. They allow profit for private companies and nothing to ordinary people. But what's most pernicious here is that as the United States and other developed countries block any progress on the finance conversation, on the help on loss and damage, what they're saying to developing countries is, if you agree to the carbon markets, maybe in there we will give you some share of the profit. And so what developing countries are left with is that is the only thing that's left on the table. They know it won't deliver emissions reductions, they know it will be devastating the planet, but for much needed finance, that's the carrot that's being dangled. It is an absolutely outrageous decision, and ministers, as they are meeting here, will hold developing countries to hostage, because they will say we will only allow conversations about much needed loss and damage if you allow us to have the carbon markets decision go through.